Fitness and Awareness team here are going to talk about communicable diseases. As you know about communicable diseases, there are many, but we choose only four to talk about. Which are HIV and AIDS, rubella, tuberculosis, and hepatitis. These diseases possibly spread through droplets from one person to another or from an animal to a person. They can be transmitted through air or direct contact with an infected person. I'm going to talk more about this awareness, talking about its signs and symptoms, prevention, and also its cure.
HIV is one of the most common communicable diseases around the world. Human immunodeficiency virus. Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome is a disease that can be developed in people who have the HIV virus. HIV spread through the following ways: sharing of blood, fluids, and here are some of the signs and symptoms of HIV. Fever is the most common, chills and night sweats. Most people infected with HIV experience a short flu-like illness that occurs 2 to 6 weeks. After infection, after this, HIV may not cause any symptoms for several years. Here are some ways to avoid HIV/AIDS. Decrease abstinence behavior, never sharing needles. And HIV can be treated through treatment consists of HIV antivirus. No cure exists for HIV. But if you have any several of these symptoms and you think you've been at a risk of HIV infection within the most past few weeks, you should get an HIV test. You should still take an HIV test if you may have been at risk at any time in the past, even if you do not experience any symptoms. Note 12. Don't assume you have HIV because you have any of these symptoms. They can be similar to those caused by other illness. But if you think you may have been exposed to HIV, get an HIV test. Note 12. Prevention is better than cure.
Hepatitis simply means an inflammation of the liver. What is the main cause of hepatitis? Hepatitis is caused by heavy alcohol uses, tonics, some medication, and certain medical conditions can cause hepatitis. However, hepatitis is often caused by a virus. Signs and symptoms of hepatitis includes fever, fatigue, loss of appetite, nausea, vomiting, dark urine, joint pain, headaches, and weakness. How to prevent hepatitis? Frequent hand washing with soap after using the bathroom, changing a diaper, and before eating or preparing food. And most important is avoidance of contact with blood or other body fluids of all persons.
Rubella is also known as the German measles. Rubella is a contagious disease caused by a virus. Most people who get rubella usually have a mild illness with symptoms that can include a low-grade fever, sore throat, and a rash that starts on the face and spreads to the rest of the body. Rubella can cause a miscarriage or serious birth defects in a developing baby. Rubella is spread from one person to person through droplets, cough, or sneeze into the air by an infected person. Most outbreaks of rubella happen among young adults and adults who have not been vaccinated or have not had the disease before. The best protection against rubella is MMR vaccine or the measles, mumps, rubella vaccine.
Tuberculosis is a contagious infection that usually attacks your lungs. It is also spread to other parts of your body like your brain and your spine. A type of bacteria called Mycobacterium tuberculosis causes it. Tuberculosis types: latent TB and active TB. Latent TB is when you have the germ in your body but your immune system keeps them from spreading. Active TB is the germs multiplying and make you sick. Tuberculosis causes It is caused by a bacteria that spread through the air, just like cold or the flu. You can get it if you come into contact with people who have it. How it is spread: by airborne respiratory droplets, cough or sneeze. Symptoms: most people infected with that cause tuberculosis don't have symptoms. When symptoms do occur, they usually include a cough, sometimes blooding, weight loss, night sweat, and fever. Treatment isn't always required for those without symptoms. Patients with active symptoms will require a long course of treatment involving multiple antibiotics prevention. To help stop the spread of TB, you have a latent infection, take all the medicine so that it doesn't become active and contagious. If you have an active TB, limit your contact with other people.
All in all, communicable disease is an infectious disease that is spread from one person to another person and cause a large number of population to get infected. It is spread through or from bacteria, virus, fungi, parasites, and toxins. Communicable disease is spread either direct or indirect contact. Under direct contact, it can spread from an infected person to another person, contaminated objects, or using of same material that has been used by an infected person, contaminated blood product, example razor blade, needles, like tattoo needles, and all this. It can also spread indirectly from air or other mechanism like airborne transmission, contaminated objects, food and drinking water, animal to person, handling of animal waste, and insect bites, which are also called vector-borne disease, which is carried by insects like flies. To sum up everything, I hope you learn something from this video. So the best way that I can suggest you to do is that prevention is better than cure. And trust me, prevention is better than cure. You prevent yourself and you will never get sick.